Hey guys, it's Sarah with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we have a review and install of the Bestop lower core doors in black, fitting your 07 through 18 Jeep Wrangler JKs. These are perfect for the Jeep owner who wants one of the most versatile door options on the market for their Jeep. These core doors are constructed from cast aluminum with a matte black finish. So these half doors are unique thanks to the removable center section here. You can remove this core for more open air driving, or you can leave it in place for a more traditional half door appearance. These doors also include locking latches, which may seem unnecessary, but this is more for preventing the theft of the actual door than the contents inside your Jeep. This matters especially when you have a door as easily uninstallable as these are. These locks will keep them closed and shut on your Jeep. These doors also include your door hinges, check straps, as well as a release strap and a door handle on the inside. They also can accommodate your factory mirrors with an install kit. So I also want to mention that these doors are sold in pairs, so the fronts and the rears are sold separately. This is especially helpful if you have a two-door Wrangler. You can purchase just the fronts. So as far as price goes, these come in at just over $1,000 for the pair. So they puts them on the higher end price-wise when compared to other options. Now keep in mind, for your money, you are getting a full half door that is packed full of features like the removable core and the locking latches and hinges, and it's coming from a trusted brand for Jeep. I'm giving this install a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It's a very easy install where you just lift off your door and install these right on your factory hinges. All in all, it can be done within 30 minutes. So with that said, let's jump into our install. For this install, we use an impact gun, but you will be fine with a ratchet. You also need a T45 torque socket, and you may want a trim panel removal tool. Alright, so the first step in the uninstall of our doors is to grab a T45 torque socket, and we're going to remove the bolts holding on the hinges. This should also come in your hardware kit if you have one of those. Let's grab our socket and let's get this off. Using your socket, pull off this threaded nut on the bottom of the hinge. Alright, so the next step is to unplug this wiring harness here. Follow it from your door underneath. There should be a gray plug. Press down on the tab and pull it out. Now you can unhook this safety here. Give your door a little bit of slack, that should help out. And unhook it. All right, at this point we can grab our door and lift it off the hinges. For our rear door, we need to remove this panel section right here. You can either pop it off by hand or use the trim panel removal tool, and it will either just hang right here or you can remove it completely. Now you can see the wiring harness that has to come out. There's a smaller clip than the front. Just press down on the tab and remove. Put some slack in your door and you can lift this harness off of the hinge in here. Same hook as the front. All right, now you can remove the 2 threaded nuts on the bottom here with your T45 Torx. All right, so once your hardware is removed from the hinges and your wiring harness is unplugged, you can grab and remove this door. I think it's a little bit easier with the window rolled down. All right, with your front and rear doors removed, you want to repeat that process on the other side. All right, now that we have our aftermarket doors installed on the Jeep, we can check them out side by side with our factory doors. And as you can see, it really does change up the look of our Jeep quite a bit, especially with the half door style and the matte black finish, as well as the removable core that we saw earlier. You do, however, get to keep a lot of the features of your factory door. You can keep the mirror if you'd like, you just need an installation kit. You can actually add this top section as well if you'd like, which is available separately. They also feature a locking latch, which is nice to have, and that safety strap that prevents them from opening too far. So with that said, let's finish up our install. All right, so the first step in our install is to grab our front door and line it up on the hinges. There are 2 posts similar to the factory. and they just slide right into your factory hinges. All right, so while the door is open this far, you can check out the core. We'll show you how you remove this. It's very easy. You just grab these pins on the side here and just turn them all to the side. They can go either way. Just push them off to the side. And if they're any snug, you can just press in on this panel and just slide it right out. All right, then if you want to return the core back inside your door, line it up around the edges here. Make sure that it's sitting exactly where it's meant to sit. And then you can start to install each of these tabs back where they were. It may be helpful to skip around a little bit when you're installing them, just to make sure that the door is sitting evenly with all of them. And if these don't want to slide over, just press in the door a little bit more so that these tabs can clear. Now we can also see some of the other features of the door, like this strap for closing it. We also need to release the lock with this strap here. The door ships with this lock closed, and in order to shut this door, we have to open it. So grab this strap and pull. You should see this release, and now we can close our door. All right, so the final step is to install the safety strap that controls how far the door will swing. It's very similar to your factory. You just slide it over the factory location, right on the inside of your Jeep right here. With that complete, we can close our door. All right, so the first step in the install for our rear doors is to grab the door and install the pegs into these holes for your hinges. These install exactly the same as your factory. Line up your top hinge and then your bottom hinge, slide them right in. All right, so the rear doors and the front doors have a lot of the same features. You can also remove this core by moving these tabs out of the way. Once you have all of these removed, just pull this core out, and the door has no core in the center there. Slide this back in, just line it back up. Make sure it's covering this evenly, and just reinstall each of these tabs. Now it may help to skip around each tab to ensure the door is lined up evenly. All right, then we need to release this latch the same as the front because it ships this way. Either pull on here or pull on the outside section, and then we can close the door. Now we can install the safety strap to your factory location. Line it up over the factory hook. Make sure it's engaged, and then we're gonna replace this plastic piece. All right, now we can shut our door. The included keys can lock these doors. All right, so once you're finished the install of this side, make sure you repeat that process for your other side. And then that is gonna do it for the review and install of these core doors. And remember, for all things Jeep, keep it at ExtremeTerrain.com.